tell me that you are not coming to prom, Yesol says, shoving the last biscuit in her mouth while walking towards the parking area along with Jungwoo and Taerie. I don't know either. You are coming and that's final. I am not asking you, I am telling you. Yesol exclaims, holding Taerie's hand, and Taerie chuckles. I'll see, Taerie answers. There's a prom party being held 2 days later in university, and they all got to know this in the last lecture. Yesol and Jen are trying to convince Taerie to come because she is denying it. Yuri, on the other hand, is also not interested in this party, but Yesol has her own ways to convince her. Taerie loved going to parties, but her father's death has changed a lot of things in her life. She loved going out with friends, going to clubs, parties, and mostly long drives. But now, there's a nagging feeling in her head to just disappear from the places where she has to face many people. She loved talking, but now, only Jenna and Eugene are two persons who Taerie can speak unstoppably with. When she is with Yesol and Jungwoo, she is more like a taciturn person because she likes to listen to them. But she still manages to light up their mood after every encounter with that bully guy. A lot of events happen in our lives which leave nasty scars on our souls. We are never same after those events, but that spark of our character remains. Just like Taerie has changed a little, but she still has that aura around her to spread positive energy wherever she goes. We wanna be same as before, but there's a hesitancy or a hindrance which desists us from being the same as before. We only need someone to bring back that old us, to tell us that it's okay to be the same. Taerie is looking for that person in her life. Oh, I forgot my mobile in the classroom, Yesol says and runs towards the class. Now see what happens, Chan exclaims and stands beside Taerie. 3, 2, 1. Chan goes a little when Yuri comes with Yesol's mobile. Taerie looks at Chan incredulously and Chan smiles. You again forgot this because of your biscuits, idiot, Yuri exclaims, handing the mobile to Yesol, who smiles sheepishly. It always happens, Chan says, and Taerie chuckles. Yesol and Yuri join them and they head towards Yuri's car. Just as they reach near Yuri's car, another car blocks their way, stopping at 2-step distance from them. Yesol opens her mouth to yell at the person, but she stops herself when the person lowers the glass window and his face comes on display. Yesol smiles a little when she sees that he is Jungwoo. Taerie stares at Jungwoo with knitted eyebrows and an irritated look. Get in, Jungwoo orders momentarily, looking at Taerie, whose frown grows more at the rough command. Why? Taerie asks, and Jungwoo rolls his eyes, holding the steering wheel more tightly. I'm gonna take you home, Jungwoo answers, looking forward. Jenna will pick me. Jenna has gone already, and if Hyung hadn't told me to pick you up, then I would never come here to waste my time over you, Jungwoo says bitterly, and Taerie grits her teeth at his behavior. Then go already, I can go home by myself, Taerie retorts and looks away. Just get in. Hyung told me to pick you up, and that's what I am gonna do, Jungwoo says, and Taerie scoffs. I don't wanna. Hey, I am Yesol and she's going with you for sure. Yesol interrupts Taerie and drags her towards the other door of the car. What are you doing? Taerie yells, and Yesol just opens the door of the car and forcefully makes Taerie sit on the seat. Now he knows my name, thanks to you, Yesol whispers, and Taerie stares at her with disbelief. You are welcome, Yesol says, looking at Jungwoo and smiles, getting its side to clear the path for car to go. Jungwoo nods and hits the ignition to start the car. Taerie looks on the road, getting nervous all of a sudden. But she won't show her nervousness because, oh well, she has her pride higher than this June. Thank you very much. Sit here, Suyoon says to Jenna as he himself stands at the edge of Han River, facing away from Jenna. Jenna sits down on the bench, hanging her head low. It doesn't happen daily? Suyoon turns around swiftly and cuts Jenna. It shouldn't happen ever. It should never happen, Jen, Suyoon exclaims with furious eyes, making Jenna shiver under his intense gaze. Suyoon went to pick Jenna from the university as a surprise because Jenna is the one who always teases Suyoon, saying that he doesn't has enough time for her. Since Suyoon's meeting got cancelled, so he decided to pay a visit to Jenna. But he never thought to be met with that heart-wrenching sight when he entered her faculty. There was Jenna standing in the middle of hall surrounded by three guys who were constantly yelling at her, and she was crying, blocking her ears with her hands. No, that was the only word coming out of Jenna's mouth. Suyoon rushed towards them and punched the guy who was standing in front of Jenna and then did the same with other two. Never ever in his life Suyoon felt so helpless. The state he saw Jenna in is what he could never imagine. He dragged Jenna out of hall and brought her far away from that place. They came to Han River. Suyoon is angry because he couldn't save Jenna when it was the only thing he wanted to do. They should never treat you like this. No one should. Suyoon says desperately. Who was he? Suyoon asks and Jenna fidgets her fingers. Harvey's fiance. Jenna answers and Suyoon closes his eyes. So it means he was bothering you for 1 year now? Suyoon says in such hurtful voice that it makes Jenna's heart ache. And I wasn't there for you. Suyoon says and Jenna shakes her head. No, it's not your fault. Jenna tries to speak but Suyoon turns around. It's my fault to not give you enough reasons to actually trust me and share your problems with me. Suyoon utters looking at the profound river. Jenna feels ashamed and tries to say something. Let's go. Suyoon says and heads towards the car. Jenna looks at Suyoon's retreating figure and she sighs deeply. It's not your fault. A child holding the plushie in his hand tightly keeps looking at the dead body laying on the floor, drenched in blood. He tries to get up, but it seems like time has stuck. He can't even blink. He hears screaming, a lot of it. Screams are getting louder and louder with every passing second that he finally gets the energy to put his both hands on his ears and closes his eyes. He feels someone shaking him violently and he opens his eyes to see his grandmother bawling her eyes. The kid furrows his eyebrows and opens his mouth to say something. Halmoni, he says in a small voice, we are going to take your dad hospital, okay? You have to be strong. I know you are a brave boy, Jungwoo. His grandma says in hurry. Bora will take care of you, okay? You are safe, baby. You are safe. She says desperately, like she's telling more to herself that her grandchild is safe. When with the aid of two other men, she brings the body of his son out of the mansion and into the car. Jungwoo's breathing gets fast and he runs behind them only to be held by his caretaker Bora. It was like he was in a maze for last few minutes, like he was dreaming that he didn't just witnessed his father's murder right in front of his eyes. And for such a small kid, this incident was surely mind-slaughtering. Jungwoo thrashes in her hold and succeeds. He runs outside of the mansion and sees car leaving the house and runs till the car departs from the main gate and then Bora captures him again. She hugs him tightly but he keeps calling his dad. He sees car going speedily like it would smash everything coming in its way. His eyes widen when he sees a big truck coming in front of the car in which his grandma and father just left. Stop the car! He yells and thrashes in Bora's hold desperately. Stop the car! Stop the car! Stop the car! And the car crashes with the truck. What the hell? Taerie exclaims, holding herself back from bumping her head with the window of the car. She adjusts herself on the seat and looks at Jungwoo with pure anger for stopping the car midway while turning from the main gate of the mansion. She looks at Jungwoo ready to fight, but the words die down on the tip of her tongue when she looks at Jungwoo's state. He is breathing heavily and a drop of sweat just drops from the side of his face. He is looking into void. Taerie gets a very little worried about him. What happened? She asks in a normal way. Jungwoo looks at her and then outside of the window and then at his hands. The blushie is gone. Now he's not a child. He's not crying. And he's the one driving the car. He trembles with fear and removes his hands from steering. Are you okay? Taerie asks, examining his grotesque behavior. Jungwoo looks at her and the only thing which comes in his mind is that Kim's were the reason for all of this. Get out of my car, Jungwoo says, looking nowhere but right into Taerie's eyes.